In the 100th year after the extinction of humankind, 3 robots visited Earth for a tour of the post-apocalyptic world. They tried to figure out how humans had died out, but what they discovered surprised them greatly. In a gymnasium, 2 students, terrified by the coming of the end, had hanged themselves. At that very time, Little Red seemed to find something rare. The 3 rushed over and saw a basketball filled with air. They had no idea what it was. So Little Red suggested that the tall Little White should imitate humans and play with the ball. Little White lifted the basketball high, then gently put it down. He guessed maybe humans had only watched the ball bounce. But Little Red added that sometimes they also hit it with sticks or kicked it with their feet. When Little White heard that, he instantly felt sorry for the thing called a ball. Soon, they arrived at a restaurant. On the table, the hamburgers were already covered in mold. Little Red explained that humans put food into one hole, and then pushed it out of another hole to gain energy. That seemed far too troublesome, unlike them, who only needed one battery for power. In their eyes, humans might have only been a lower species. Before long, they walked into an apartment. To their surprise, there was still a living creature inside. Long ago, this kind of creature had once treated humans as its masters. A curious cat jumped onto Little White's leg, nearly scaring him into losing control. But Little Red stayed calm and explained that cats liked to be petted. Little White, still unsure, carefully placed his hand on the cat. The long-lost touch made the animal purr in delight. As they continued, they discovered their own ancestor, an old video game console created by humans long ago. Little White refused to admit it, but when he took one part from the old machine and installed it, he found it worked perfectly. The group moved on. To their surprise, the cat seemed interested in them and followed all the way. At last, they reached the final stop of their apocalyptic tour. There stood a nuclear bomb. It was said the weapon had the power to destroy the entire Earth. Humans might have died because of it. But Little Gray, who carried a vast database, had another theory. They started arguing about the reason for human extinction. While they argued, the cat behind them suddenly spoke. It declared that cats were the true rulers of Earth, and that humans had been wiped out by them. As its voice fell, their eyes widened. Thousands upon thousands of cats appeared before them. In the end, the desperate struggle among humans had only cleared the way for their former pets.